Good morning, Peter. How are you today? I'm doing all right. Thank you. See who else comes in here today. Susanna, welcome, hon. How are you? Happy New Year to you too, Susanna, and your family. Silver Creek, Tommy, welcome. All is good in Siberia. Josephine, how are you? Welcome. Thank you all for being here. I hope you're enjoying the fish tanks. That's cool, Peter. There's Orion. That means Ava is probably on the way, and so is Wiggle Butts. There's Ava. Good morning, Vanessa. How are you? Everybody keep chatting for just a second. The dogs want to go outside. I got to go let them out. I'll be right back. I'm going to let them run around for a little bit. I put the link if anybody wants to join. Okay, the dogs are out running around. Making coffee. And just came back from the vet with Jupiter. How's Jupiter? The doggies are barking at something or somebody. That's good. Vaccines. Hey, Joe. Good morning. How are you this morning? Ann, welcome. How are you? It's great to see everybody this morning. And if you want to post your premiere, it's for tomorrow. Go ahead and put that up. I'm still drinking my morning caffeine, my Mountain Dew, so I'm not all the way up either. Rocky decided to wake us up at 5 o'clock this morning, wanting to go outside. Rocky is our toy Australian Shepherd, if some of you don't know. That is right, Vanessa. I am at 3685. So it's getting there. Thank you. I couldn't do it without your help. Yes. Whoop, whoop. There you go. There's Ann's premiere for tomorrow. I've got the link up and setting on it till it's done. Almost there. It'll get there in time. Let's see here. Any plans for anybody today? Just hang out here while we chat. Oh no, that bucket of sand walked away. I hate when buckets of sand walk away. They just randomly get up and take off. Normal house stuff, editing videos. Another appointment. Is the appointment for you or for one of the doggos? Let me go see if the dogs want to come back in. Just a second. Keep chatting if you would. Okie dokie. Now the dogs are back in. They got their treats. Yeah, it's hiding in the corner. It's underneath something, hiding. That's exactly where it's at. Find that big pile of stuff over there, stuff you don't ever use. You put it there on purpose to so you remember where it was at, and then you forgot where it was at. Hey, Andy, welcome. The link is pinned if anybody wants to join me here on StreamYard. If it's holding everything up, you're gonna have fun moving everything to get to it. Or think of it like Jenga, the game Jenga. See if you can pull it out without falling. Good morning, Mama and Annex Adventure Official. How are you this morning? You just get home from work? That's exactly right. Get that cup of coffee. Just forget about the sand. Hi, Rocky. Did you eat your treat? Yeah, you went outside. You got stickers in your fur, and your paws are all wet. Yep, you ate your treat. I kind of thought Ian might be in here, but he's probably filling out an application for that job he's looking for. Or he may have done it yesterday afternoon, may already be working. Who knows? A bunch of people may not be awake yet, too. So a little later this morning, or early this afternoon, I'm going to be running to the fish store and getting the water tested again, just to make sure it's good. These little clownfish over here want to eat. So where's Queenie at? Let's see if Queenie comes out. I think food went down in the little cave to her, so she didn't have to come out. Well, even the shrimp is over there trying to get some. Everybody's after the food this morning. The clowns, the shrimp, and then some went right into Queenie's little cave. Nope, Santa didn't bring me a water test kit. That's a bummer, isn't it? I think that someone's gonna have to get me one. I've got test strips, but they're just not completely accurate. So Julie. Sandia, how are you this morning? Welcome. Sounds good, Vanessa. I know you got 5 little doggies that you got to fix videos for. I completely understand, Julie. I know the feeling. I'm a little achy myself. It's a little cloudy out this morning, a little overcast, and even just that makes that arthritis kick in. It doesn't take much. Kind of rainy looking. Yeah, Jupiter was trying to clean the glass, but it didn't work, I guess. Oh, no snowboarding. Rain sucks. Well, if you want to get rid of her, Vanessa, you can just drop her off down here at my place. She'd have fun with Sylvie and Rocky. In Vertigo. Good morning. That's true. It's only supposed to rain when you're at work. I bet she would, Julie. Jupiter looks like such a fun little puppy to play with. I think Sylvie and Rocky get bored with each other sometimes. Hey, the link is up there if anybody wants to join in and chat. I bet she could, Julie. Sounds good, Joe. Are they tired of her already? She's a pistol, I'm sure. full of spunk and piss and vinegar, as someone might say. I think she's trying to be the pack leader, Julie. Lay down. You're fine. No. Down. Thank you. Yes, nap time would be a good thing right now. I could probably go take a nap right now. I don't really remember Sylvia or Rocky getting too tired and after their vaccines. They may have, and I may have just forgot. That sounds good in Vertigo. I hope you do. Hope you do. Hope you're able to soon. I'm sure there's some dog out there for you that is just waiting to bless your life. Yes, they are. One of the anemones are not filling out this morning. Where's he hiding at? I think he's on the other side of the rock. I just can't see him. Mr. Shrimp is out, checking everything out this morning. You can see the shrimp right there in the towards the middle. So also saw the fan and all the water jugs. Most of the corals are out this morning. My Duncan's not popping out yet this morning, but everybody else seems to be. I need a longer USB cable. I can't get the camera any closer than that. New coral coming in tomorrow, though. Tomorrow's the 4th, yeah. At least supposed to be. Everybody got quiet. We don't have to talk about fish. Talk about anything else you want. Toss the subject out, somebody. No politics, no religion. Catching up on emails. Yeah, that's one. I don't have a Roku, so I used to have a Roku many years ago, and I never really was a fan of it. I'm just drinking my morning caffeine, my Mountain Dew, trying to stay awake. Tossed and turned too much last night and the night before. The night before because of fireworks. Last night was just a rough night sleeping. And then didn't help when little dog decided to bounce around all night. Found some sand. Yay! Now you can plant your plants. Was it hiding underneath that big pile? The stuff in the corner? And was it the one that was holding it up? So you have to play Jenga with it. Well, hi, Rock. You still got those stickers in your fur. Stop. I'm trying to pull stickers out of your fur. That'd be cool. As long as you had a little bit to do your planting, that works. Bats and crows. Yeah, we have buzzards down here around our house. A little dab will do you. If you remember what that is from. Pigeons. We've got some pigeons down here. Maria, hello. You're back to work. I believe you're right. No, yeah, I believe it was a hair cream, or was it denture cream? It was some kind of cream. Little dabble do you? I think it was a hair cream, but I could be wrong. It could have been the denture cream. That was a long time ago, and I'm showing my age now. But so did you at the same time. Oh my goodness. Before your time, you think? Yeah, it was an old commercial. I gotta Google it. Yeah, it's yeah, it's a hair cream. Brile cream. That'll do you. Yep. Monster Fish Gal, good morning. Good morning. How is everyone this morning? All the people that have come in, all the old people that I haven't asked yet. Joe is just drinking his coffee and digging in the sand this morning. Not at the beach though. In his house. He's got sand in his house. Hi Sylvie. What's that girl? There's a good girl, aren't you? Yes, there's a good girl. Monster Fish Gal, were you around yesterday when I was talking about the shrimp, how he shed his shell, and one of the anemones a little later in the morning ate his shell? It was kind of interesting. Kind of funny. I first saw the shell and thought that there was a second shrimp in the tank, and I had to take a double take look, and then saw it was just the shell. Caught me off guard. Just letting it rinse now. Oh, you were? Okay. I couldn't remember if you were or not. My memory isn't always the greatest. I apologize. When you've been in an accident and ran over by an 18-wheeler, and sometimes you forget things, because you have a little bit of a TBI from it. You forget things, and sometimes you tell the same stories over and over and over. So their own molts, huh? I've never seen that either. I think somebody said the shrimp will eat their own, but I don't know. Monster, you want to jump up on the live with me, or? Oh, okay. I didn't know what that was. Sorry. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've got the link posted pinned at the top if anybody is game. I'm just sitting here yakking away, and Wigglebutt's the lurker too. What is that emoji? What's a 4F emoji? I've missed something, I think. Manny the Mandarin is out this morning, hanging out by the couple corals. Oh, I see. I had a friend cut a finger off on the table saw when he was about 16 or 17, and his pinky will not bend now because of it. They were able to sew it back on, but he cut it through and it was just hanging by skin. He was in the back in the shop cutting a dado on a board, and it kicked back on him, and he didn't even realize his pinky was still attached. They thought it was cut off at first. The way he was holding his hand, it was bent down. So they were back in the back hunting for his pinky for a little while, then realized it was still attached. Funny thing was his mom worked at the doctor's office in town, little country town. So he ended up having to be taken to the city to a big hospital because we didn't have a hospital there. Yep, power tools. They'll get you. There's Manny the Mandarin. He's right up there at the top by the coral. That's Manny the Mandarin. They call it a green mandarin. He's got some green in him. He's got blue in him. Let's move a little closer. Flashbacks. Yeah, I don't care for a lot of my flashbacks because they happen, things that happen in the military, and then my PTSD hits, and yeah, not fun. Yep, hope you don't pass out. Hey, Kane. So I've got 2 tanks now, and a couple more fish are going to happen tomorrow. But in this tank right over here, right at the moment, it's the new tank. It's only got 1 fish in it, and he was out a while ago. Actually, it's got 2 fish in it, but one of them doesn't come out. It's a little blue wrasse that just hides all the time. But, oh, I see it. There's a mandarin fish. Oop, I scared him. Went right around the corner. And in the 20-gallon tank, there's 2 clownfish. There's a shrimp. There's 2 anemone and a royal grandma. But the royal grandma hides underneath the rock except for when it's time to eat, and then it comes out. Thanks, Joe. I was in the Navy back in 87 and 91. I was in the Navy. My brother was in the Army at the same time. Desert Storm was happening. Oh, there's Astro and Remy waiting to come in. Aw, someone's sleepy.
He heard you.
Oh. It's night time during the day. Yeah, I don't know where my dogs went. Oh, I see Sylvia. She's on the other side of the desk, laying down. I don't know where Rocky's at. Little guy. Well, thank you for your service too. I was a hospital corpsman, aviation medicine technician. I did flight physicals and told pilots they couldn't fly. Telling flight crew they can't fly was the easy one. Telling the pilots they couldn't fly, they did one of 2 things. They either yelled and screamed at me or they cried. And yes, pilots cried because I told them they couldn't fly. It was sometimes funny. And then usually it's because of something stupid. And I just said, just chill. You're only grounded for a little while till I get your medicine changed or till this happens. Astro and Remy, it's time to sleep. Astro. I don't know if I know who Warrior Planted Tanks is or was, but he was in the Navy, and thank him for his service if you see him. You were a listener. Yeah, if you don't listen while you're in the military, they will. You'll hear about it, literally. Exactly, Vanessa. Let us out. Let us out. We want to play in the snow. I'll have to keep an eye out for him. Oh, okay. I never actually touched a ship just because I was attached to a squadrons that were land based. But then after my accident, they put me out of the military, and I never had a chance to do any more. Now I hate driving on the interstate and being around 18 wheelers. That's a PTSD you don't want to have when you have to go out and drive. You get white knuckled when you have a 18 wheeler driving past you, or you're driving past one. I'll try and stay 2 lanes over if I can, but sometimes they're right in the middle lane and you have to go past them because they're going so slow sometimes. Had one weaving in my lane the other day. It's not fun. It really can be horrible. I talk to the trucks sometimes as I drive past them, telling them to stay in your lane. And you had a video hit 20,000. That's amazing. I'm not sure which one it was. I hope I saw that one. That must have got you a few subscribers. +100, and that's nice. I haven't had my videos there for a while. I was getting 10, 15, 20,000, 30,000 views on my shorts, and then all of a sudden drops down. I'm lucky to get sometimes a couple hundred to 1,000. Oh, this was 2 weeks ago. Nice. Yeah, it's on my computer. I can sit on the subscriptions page and and refresh every once in a while and see when people put up new videos. Tells you that I don't do a whole lot around the house during the day because I'm sitting on the computer watching for new videos to pop up. But on my phone, I don't get notifications of them. Oh, I'm sure it is hard on the truck. I two of my brothers used to drive trucks. It's uh, it's rough out there. Sylvia, you can go back and lay down if you want. You don't have to just stand there. There's nothing going on. Just relax. Astro. Thank you so much, Maria. I sat on your live yesterday for a long time for you. I know you weren't there with it though. Excuse me. Oh, Astro and Remy went away. Anybody else want to pop in and talk about fish, dogs, cats, birds, anything? Probably don't want to hear about my PTSD stories. There's Astro and Remy back again. Night night. You're very welcome. You support me, I'm going to support you. Yeah, Tommy, show off your saltwater tank. I saw that video. You said you were going to think about putting a saltwater tank. Sleeping upside down. Sleeping on your head. There, Remy. There you go. Just so adorable sleeping there like that. Here's the wiggle butts. There's Jupiter and Cosmo. Pupper dogs. Oh, Jupiter, what you got? What you got, girl? Oh, that little nose gonna boop the camera.
Hang on, I can't hear you guys. I have to turn my mic
Good job.
on my computer up. For some reason I can't get it to work through my phone.
Oh no. I can hear you now though.
That's good. I turned my thing off, my headset.
They got their little antlers they're playing with or chewing on.
Hey, Sucre. Look at Ava.
That's not. What about me,
Ava?
Mom? What about me? Ava.
She loves their new couch. She perches up here.
Such a pretty girl. Ava. Oh. That's my bone, Mom.
Drop it. Drop it.
That's my bone, Mom.
Drop it. Good girl. You can have it back now.
Oh, good girl, Ava. Now I'm going to go hide over here because Mom took my bone once.
Oh, look at poor little Astro there just sleeping away.
Osmo.
What is going on?
Oh, that tastes good, huh, Jupiter? Does that taste good? Feels good on those teethers.
Let me see them. So everybody show those little sharp needles. Ah,
Yeah.
Ava, stop kissing me.
Sharp little. Yeah, there we go. That.
What are you sitting on your brother for?
Say it's a comfy seat. I like when Sylvie and Rocky be laying down and Rocky will be behind Sylvie and Sylvie will wag her tail and just start smacking Rocky with it in the face and he just lays there and lets it happen.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm crawling on the ground with these dumb dogs and weirdos. Come on. I'm getting too old for this crap. Come on. Hi. Hi. I don't know if anybody else's puppy, man, she takes that water ball and just tosses it, even when it has water in it, and just tosses the water bowl, and there's water all over the place.
Sylvie and Rocky slosh it all over the place. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Welcome. I just have the basic StreamYard subscription, Andy. I don't pay. Here we go. There's Tommy.
Hey,
What's up, y'all?
Morning.
look at
Not
4
much.
people on. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Always. I'm gonna get everything turned on.
In Vertigo, you're streaming live right now too? Oh, you are. Yes, you are. Let me open that up on another browser here.
Too many tanks. Is there such a thing?
There is in Vertigo's live stream too, everyone. Hey, I think I'm allowed to have like 10 people up here if we wanted with the basic. If anybody else wanted to jump on too, I'm just good with having other people to talk to. It's hard talking to yourself the whole time.
It kind of makes you question your life choices at some point. You're like, wait a minute, who am I talking to?
It does, Tommy.
Also, you got a lot of tanks in there. I can't see it because the screen is so small, but very cool.
Yeah, how many tanks do you have, Tommy?
Well, I was almost just down one more.
Uh-oh.
In my fish shed, I've got 3, 6, 9, 10.
Wow.
Here. And then
You don't have a problem at all.
No.
Like,
My
I don't
name
have
is
a problem. I got 5 dogs. I don't have a problem at all. I promise.
No, you don't.
Oh, I forgot these guys. This is my cool one, though. I can turn this one on without being so. Yay!
Oh, nice.
Oh, there we go. You got light.
Control. Hey, Nova. How are you?
Oh, wow. That merling on those pups, that is cute. My Catahoulas have that merle color as well, the bluish.
Yeah, our Merle is Orion. I can kind of hear you over there growling. They're playing. Orion, no, he's not going to listen because he's trying to avoid the bites.
That's 2
awesome.
games for Astro and Remy.
Let me get this on the bed.
Ava, here. Total 5. Oh, no, you just. No, they just. Oh, that's funny. Andy has 2 cameras going on. I'm trying to figure that out.
I was like, how do you do that?
Wait a second, I'm confused. Why does it have 2 Astros and Remy's?
Yeah, you got one of each. I saw that pop up and I'm like, oh, how'd that happen? I thought he glitched or something for a minute. And you can stream, I guess, from 2 different devices to the same channel.
Oh, gosh. No, let's get out of the bedroom. Luna, here.
It's cool.
Everything's in your mouth.
Sometimes, too. I'll hook up my, sorry for the noise. I'll hook up my little gimbal.
Yeah.
And just join with that. So that way, like, if I'm showing these, I can just use a little remote and pan around and not have to
nice.
Get up and move around.
I have one of those tools too,
yeah,
but I haven't mastered it.
Yeah, my gimbal is not the best.
I love the feature where it actually tracks the movement.
Yeah.
Yes. My last video that I did, you could see how much trouble I was having with the face tracking AI, because I was having to like lead before I would move, like this, come over this way.
Right. Yeah, it's cool, but yeah, it's not like perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not what they make it seem when
no. No. Not at all.
So you're thinking about doing a saltwater tank now, right?
Yeah. That is.
Do it. I would love to see saltwater tanks. Nothing wrong with the freshwater, but I do love some saltwater tanks.
Yeah.
Green beans, Pleco's best friend. There it is. Now you can see it.
Okay. You got water in it?
No. Well, I have a very little bit in it at the moment, just to see if the bottom's gonna hold.
Testing for leaks.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah.
And then it's still going to be several weeks before you get it up.
I'm going to sign off, you guys. I need to start being productive again.
Okay.
This is fun, but not productive.
Thanks,
You
Vanessa.
got it.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Good chatting with you. Yeah, I don't know. I like to just jump into stuff and get it done as quick as I can. So I'd like to wait a few weeks before I get started on it, but I'm probably going to end up doing it a lot sooner.
Well, what I meant was, by the time you put sand in and put the water in it, it's going to be a couple weeks before fish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank
It'll
you,
probably
Vanessa.
be
Good
longer
job.
than that. If I go salt, it'll probably be a lot longer than that before I put fish in it, because that's a completely foreign construct to me. So I've got a lot to learn when it comes to that.
What kind of fish do you think you might get? You clowns or you something else?
I don't know if I'm going to go with fish in it, honestly.
Okay.
On the salt side, I'd probably go anemones, corals, and inverts.
Okay. Then you're probably looking a month before you put something in it, because your tank needs to be seasoned a little bit.
Yeah. For sure. That's what I keep hearing from people. Not like a freshman.
Astro and Remy have 3 cameras up now. Nice. I love it.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're adorable.
I never knew you could do that.
They're
Just
really
sleeping
cute.
away. So I'm supposed to be having 2 coral and 2 more clownfish delivered tomorrow.
That's
so
awesome.
They're all going to go in the 36 gallon, the curved front tank.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My wife does not know about these yet. I didn't tell her. It's going to be a surprise, but she's on the live probably and might know, but she's at work, so I don't know if she can listen to it.
Yeah.
She knew I was thinking about ordering something.
See, you just put it together, and then like a month or 2 later, you just go, "No, I've had that tank. What are you talking about? Maybe you should come out here and pay attention more."
Yeah,
because that one.
Now I'm just waiting to see Dimples RD pop up here. You did what?
Yeah, that'd be my wife. She'd be like, "Dude, I pay attention to the receipts. I know everything you buy. You ain't slipping nothing by me."
I use my own bank account.
Yeah, ours is shared.
We have our own separate, and then we have one account that's both of ours. It's our big savings account.
Yeah.
So
that's smart.
We just never, not that we couldn't combine them, we just didn't do it, because her bill, she had bills that she used to pay that she just kept paying out of hers. I had bills that I was paying out of mine. So instead of just switching it all up, it was going to be, a little bit of a pain to change everything over.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, it works. I just zeal her some money for some of the bills and that she pays and every month, and it works.
Heck yeah. Yeah, it'd probably be a lot easier to save money doing that. We should probably open another account and do that.
Yeah,
because
I like the margarita.
You so many to keep track of. Eventually, you're going to lose track of one of them and be like, "Oh yeah, there's money in that account."
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Oops. Hey, look, found $200.
Yeah, we're broke. Wait a minute, where did this $200 come from? It's like magic.
That's like finding $20 in that winter jacket in the spring.
I've done that before. That's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's always nice to find.
Like, I'm so glad I hid this from myself.
Yeah. Oh, I've always got money hidden somewhere. You remember they back when I was younger, they taught us if you don't have cash in your pocket when you're out, you're considered a vagrant. If you don't have, you remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, if you were out on the street and you didn't have cash in your pocket, you were considered a vagrant because you didn't have any way to support or do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that when I was like just getting into driving. as a teenager, late teenager, I would even, tell my friends, hey, make sure you've got some cash in your pocket. I was like, you never know what's gonna happen. And
yeah. So I have this thing where I've always got to have some cash in my pocket. I've got my debit card, my credit cards. Nope, I've still got to have cash in my pocket. It just drives me crazy if I don't have a little bit of cash for who knows what.
You never know when you're going to need to pay somebody off when you do something stupid.
That is true. You go to the gas station and the pump doesn't take credit cards for some reason. You have to have gas because you're on empty. You got to have cash to put a couple gallons in and get home.
Yep, exactly. So what part of the U.S. are you from?
I'm in Florida.
Oh, lucky.
South Florida.
So it's easy for you to keep salt.
Yeah, where are you at again?
I'm in Texas.
Texas, okay.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't want the water that's near us.
No. Well, I buy RO water and salt water mixed from the fish store.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to end up having to do.
Do you have a fish store close?
The closest one that's actually a fish store is about 30 minutes away.
I've got about a 20-minute drive to get to the close one. There's two, so one's about 30 about 20 and one's about 30.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I've got a feed store. It's like a Russell's feed that's only like maybe 3 miles away, and they actually carry Hikari products and stuff like that inside of the feed store. I was like, what? Really? I can feed my babies now, and it's cheaper there too. Like the Hikari First Bites. Anywhere else that I go to try to buy those, they're like anywhere from $4.99 to $7.99 for the small little pack. The little packs that are like that size. You know what I mean? Little bitty, tiny little packs of them. It's like almost $7-8. At that feed store, they're $2.99. So I like buy them out of them every time I see them.
Definitely, you have to stock up because you never know when they're going to have them back again.
Mm-hmm. Then there's a couple of PetSmart and a Petco that are within like maybe 15 minutes of me. But I'm not going to buy fish from them. There's one Petco out here that I'll get fish from. That's just because I know the person that runs all of their setups, and they are way smarter than I am when it comes to fish. So I can trust them.
I'm still learning a lot. I had saltwater tanks about 16 years ago. Mm-hmm. My big one was 125 gallons.
Nice.
Yeah, I when we get our house, but I want 150 gallon or bigger. But
that's awesome. This one behind me is a 120 gallon.
Oh, nice.
It's actually a reef tank, and it's completely set up for salt. So that's why when I got this BioCube, I was telling Gina from Gina's Reef.
Yeah, Gina's Reef.
I was like, this will be the second salt specific tank that I've actually got, and it would almost be a travesty to not attempt it
if you don't put some salt in it. Since you do that with salt.
Although this one's way more set up for it. Like it came with the sump, and the sump already has all of it's got an extra carbon filter like up in the top deck. Yeah. It has the inlets for the dosers. Yeah. I mean it's ready to go. That's completely ready to go for salt, but I went fresh with it.
Yes. I never did corals before until just recently. So that it's all new to me, and it still kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, when I got this tank, it was full of corals, full of them. Wow. I was just like, oh my gosh! I was like, and you're just giving this to me? The guy was like, yeah, I've got to move, and I've already carried 3 tanks. He said, I'm not carrying another.
Oh wow!
So if you break it down, it's yours. Like, let's do this. Nice. 2 hours later, it was mine.
But when we move, I don't know how I'm going to move these. I'm going to have to drain half the water out. Have my son help me and take one tank at a time to go put it in the new house. Yeah, however many jugs of empty jugs I've got, I'm gonna have to drain out into it and then put it back when I get over to the house. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be real fun.
Oh yeah, it always is. I'm not looking forward to. I mean, I want to move because we live in a little tiny house, little 16 by 40 cabin that I built.
Yeah.
Definitely getting to the point now where I want more space. We already had to build an add-on to it for my oldest daughter. She's 11, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm done sharing a room with my sister." She's like, "I want my own space."
Children. How many kids you got?
3.
3. All girls or?
No, my 2 oldest are my girls, and then my youngest is my boy.
Oh, good.
He's 8, so they're between 8 and 11. We had them all at once. It took us a while to figure out how to not have kids.
Yeah. Thank you, Addie.
Joe, you should definitely try the margarita salt.
That's what I said. Yeah.
At least just put it around the rim of the tank, so that way when you're going in to get a drink from the
right. Exactly. You'll have something to drink.
Yeah.
Some salt to go with it.
Oh man. When I tore this tank down, I completely forgot that it was a salt tank. Yeah. So I did like the, sucking it out, siphon, and got a whole mouthful was coming out of my nose. Like, it was so awful. I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely salt water.
Yeah. That's like when I go diving, I only have 6 dives under my belt so far because I just started this last fall, and then we've had some rougher weather.
Yeah.
So, but when you dive, you're always going to get a mouthful of salt water, ocean water.
Yeah, I don't think there's any.
Doesn't matter how tight you try and keep your mouth around that mouthpiece, you're going to catch some eventually.
It will find its way in.
It will.
That's something that I want to do. Like, I'm really envious of that. Like diving and like swimming in the cenotes and going under there, snorkeling, just looking at all of my bucket list things. I think I said it on the stream in the chat yesterday. Like, all of the things on my bucket list all involve being in the water. So
yeah. When my channel started, it was just snorkeling and a couple of my dives.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then it turned into the tank, the tanks. So I can't wait for the water to calm back down so I can get back out there and at least snorkel if I can't dive right away. Because my wife my wife is scared of becoming a diver.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how she doesn't trust going under the water like that.
Yeah, you hear stories about 6 to 10 foot. Once you're in 6 to 10 foot of water, you're the bottom of the food chain.
Yeah, just don't tell her that. Yeah,
it's not true. If you're listening, I'm lying. I'm a liar.
I've seen a shark in between her and the boat while she was in the water. It was just a little small black tip shark, about 3 foot long.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Scared her to death when I told her about it.
Just like get in between her, the shark, and the boat and be like, why don't you just swim over this way? Just a little bit faster, just to test to see how quick you can.
Shark. And she goes, what? Where? Right there. It just went between you and the boat. And she was only about 6 feet out away from the boat.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a little 3-footer, but I've seen nurse sharks. Nurse sharks are docile. They're not going to come after you.
What is the other one that a lot of people think are like a really aggressive shark? Is it the tiger sharks that are
tiger shark?
Yeah, super docile.
Yeah, but if you watch Shark Week, you'll see people going down with all different ones. The ones that are supposed to be aggressive, and they really keep them at bay. Sharks are more scared of you than what you think.
Yeah.
And if you're down there, I've never really heard about a diver getting attacked by a shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think it'd be just like they're not used to. I mean, we go down there.
They're going to come. They might come investigate you, but they're not going to attack you.
Exactly.
They're curious.
It's
when
like
my
when
wife
we
and I
see a
went on,
bug that we've never seen before, we're like,
yeah,
what is that? What
what's
is
that?
that?
Yeah. When my wife and I went on our honeymoon, we went to the Dominican Republic, and we love it down there. We went on an excursion to go snorkeling,
Mhm.
and one of the guys that worked there says to me at one point, he goes, "You want to pet a shark?" I said, "Sure." He goes, "Don't tell anybody. We're not really supposed to do this." And I said, "Okay." So we go over to the other side of this little enclosed area in the water, and he dives down about 10 or 15 feet.
Mhm.
I'm looking down there, and there's about 6 or 7 sharks down there, and I didn't know there were nurse sharks at the time until
Yeah.
afterwards. And he grabs one. This one must have been 6 or 8 feet long. He grabs it by the tail fin and pulls it up and lets me pet it. It feels like rough sandpaper,
Yeah,
and I'm like, this is so cool.
that's awesome. You had freaking John Wayne in the ocean with you that day.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
over here.
And it didn't bother that nurse shark a bit.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, but I've seen a couple nurse sharks while I've been diving. I've seen a Goliath grouper. He
Oh,
was
wow.
this one was probably about 3 to 4 foot long was all.
Yeah.
But they get a lot bigger than that. They get sometimes 700 pounds, 800 pounds.
Yeah, I'd probably be more scared of that grouper than the sharks.
Yeah, a grouper can be aggressive.
Yeah.
They're meat eaters.
Mm-hmm. And they kind of just test the waters out. They're like, oh, what's that? Let's see how it tastes in my mouth.
Yeah, let's see what that tastes like.
Yeah. They're not picky. So what is your favorite spot to dive in?
I've only dove in a couple spots in Key Largo, so I haven't been able to go anywhere else yet.
It's a beautiful area, though.
Yeah, it is. My wife and I are talking about going on a cruise so I can go diving down in the Cayman Islands or something.
Oh, that would be scary because there are a lot of caimans there.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'd like to dive would be Cuba. Cuba's off the coast of Cuba. Their reef is restricted. You can't fish. It is illegal to fish over there.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I watched this show not long ago about it, and they had to get special permission to go diving.
Oh, wow.
It was during Shark Week, and they were diving to see this. I don't remember what shark they were trying to find. It may have been hammerhead sharks, but they were diving down in Cuba, and I'm like, it was just so beautiful because it's untouched.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I wish that they would restrict stuff like that a little more around here.
Yeah,
because our coral reefs are dying around here.
Yeah, for sure. I was about to say, especially near like the coral, the reef areas.
Well, and people pollute. People throw trash in the water and stuff. I'm always finding
does it too.
Yeah, I'm always finding trash in the water when we're out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories from back in the day about people dumping oil and excess fuel and oil off in the desert, driving to the coast and just dumping it out into the water.
Yeah.
It's like, and you wonder why we're having issues.
Yeah, you wonder why. Joe said he swam up on a coral snake and it made him pee a bit in the Cayman.
That would probably make me pee a lot. I would definitely be raising the salinity of that water.
And Julie said she lives near the shark bait capital in New Smyrna Beach. I know that's where it seems like people get bit. I was my wife and I go to this one beach called Hollover Beach, and apparently we weren't there, but apparently shortly after the last time we were there, these teenagers were picking on a little baby nurse shark and kept picking it up and stuff. And the thing bit a girl.
Yeah.
And when it bites, it latches on. You can't get it off.
Mm-hmm.
It was little. I guess it was only about 2 foot long.
Yeah.
they had to take her to the hospital and they had to kill the shark. And I was so pissed off because that little shark didn't do anything to anybody, and they were messing with that thing. I just
mess around and find out. They found out that day.
Oh yeah, she found out the hard way, and it was the shark that ended up getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe. Snakes scare me more than sharks do.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, snakes are something that I stay away from, but we've got so many of them. Like here in Texas, we've got a lot of water moccasins and copperheads, and so many different like types of those and color variations of them. So it makes it, unless you're an expert, it makes it really hard to differentiate between just a regular water snake that looks like a water moccasin or an actual water moccasin.
Yeah, I grew up in Missouri, so we'd go wading through the rivers to go fishing. And my little brother walked off one day while we were fishing.
Oh, no.
We ended up finding him, but on my way up to try and go find him, I had a water moccasin fall out of a tree right beside me in the water. And I'm like, I'm only like 12 years old. And I was like, oh, I had to get away from there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the water moccasins those things will come after you. Shark won't come after you. They're curious. Snakes will come after you to bite you.
Just for the sake of coming after you.
Yes, just for the sake of coming at you.
Yep. Yeah, where I live, it's by the name. It's Silver Creek that's near me, but there's a lot of creeks in our area, lots of waterways out here. So we've got them constantly. So that's why I don't even mess around. Like I see that type of color pattern on a snake. I don't take the time to look at the shape of the head or to kind of mess with it. Hey, what's your mouth look like? Huh?
What are you?
Yeah. No, I see one, I run.
I'm sure you got rattlesnakes there too.
Yeah, we do, but I haven't seen a rattlesnake. Yeah, knock on.
We had rattlesnakes, Western diamondback rattlesnakes. We found the rattlesnake, but then we found her little bed of eggs. We decided to eradicate those.
Yeah. Have a lot of those.
It was in our front yard. Yeah, no. We had a dog that she would protect us from the snakes. She would run circles around the snake until she could find an opportunity to bite it behind the head, and she would latch on and just start whipping that thing around until she killed it.
That's really
She
smart.
was a good dog, and didn't matter what kind of snake it was. She wasn't going to let us near it, and she was going to protect us from it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I wish my dogs could do that.
Yeah.
I had during our snowpocalypse a couple of years ago, actually, we lost one of our dogs because of a snake.
Sorry.
It got bit, and it was right before the freeze, and we didn't know it had gotten bit that night before the freeze happened. So the next morning when we woke up, we were trying to call veterinarians, trying to get vets to come out here. I was even saying, look, I will weather the storm and drive to you if you look at my dog. It was a Great Pyrenees. And none of them would do anything. So we just basically just got to sit and watch him die. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible.
That's sad. Hey, Ian. Good morning.
What up, Ian?
You want to pop on here, Ian?
Let's go. Come on, dude.
Come on, join us on our panel. We had 4 or 5 people on here earlier. There were
One of us. One of us.
And yes, Julian, that dog was part mongoose.
My dogs I have now might do that. They're pretty brave. They'll go after anything. I got a couple of Catahoulas now.
Oh, but just don't let a dog get up against the house because she couldn't get around it, so she'd keep her distance from it, but she would bark like crazy at it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're awesome. Just woke up. I will come up, but got a shower and need a monster first.
Down it.
Yeah. If you down it really fast, that shower will only take 30 seconds.
Yes, it will.
Be like, I can smell the colors, man.
Yep. Don't want to smell you.
That's a technology I'm very thankful for, that we don't have
Yes.
smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision. Scratch and sniff TV or computer.
Yeah. Oh.
Luckily, Julie, luckily it's just black racers is all they chase, because black racers aren't poisonous. But they're fast.
Yeah, they are.
We used to have a lot of them around the house we owned in Lee County and Cape Coral.
Nice.
We'd see
Yeah,
them
those are the ones that are like really, really thin, right? Like
yeah, they're
pinky width,
thin,
but really long.
long and thin, and
Yeah.
they have like a yellow ring around their neck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those are cool.
A yellowish red.
Those
I
are
lost
really...
both dogs. They both took off and went in the other room. Yeah.
My light turned off on me. What is going on here?
Wow, that was just cool. All the fish just come darting over to that one corner where you're at.
Oh, all these guys?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, they'll let me pick them right up out of the tank.
Wow. That was just awesome.
Yeah, they do. They're really, really cool.
One of the clownfish, if I stick my hand in the tank to do something, will come up and start attacking my hand.
My anemones.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, get out of here.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
Here, I'll give y'all a little more.
Oh, food.
Because overfeeding is the way, right?
Yes. Because fish will eat until as long as you give it to them.
Yeah. It won't sit at the bottom and go to waste.
And then your tank becomes full of ammonia and
nitrite crashes.
Yep. And then you got to do water change, and
gets so bad it starts bubbling over like you put dish soap in your washing machine.
Yeah, and I've got a protein skimmer in the 20-gallon. I'm probably going to transfer it to the 36-gallon eventually. But
yeah,
it gets this little brown. It bubbles up and gets this little brown water and stuff in it. So it's
all the little buildup.
Yeah, it's doing its job.
Yeah, it's good though. All that buildup.
I was kind of amazed how it went a month before it went through this cycle where it was just cloudy for another week, and there was brown algae all over the sand. And then all of a sudden it starts clearing up, and boom, I've got white sand again in there. Now the 36-gallon has the brown algae, and I can see it doesn't look quite as bright today, although I do need to clean the glass.
Yeah. Oh God, you're getting heavy.
Oh my!
A 90-pound puppy.
My Dalmatian does not like to be picked up.
Oh gosh, this dude does. Oh, if I can pick him up. The old man grunt just happened. Oh, come here, sweet boy.
Oh my!
Oh goodness. Oh.
It's just a big baby.
Yes, he is. A giant one. Big old.
I think I saw him on one of your other videos.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my buddy Atlas. He's about 9 months old. Yeah, 9.5 months.
Just a puppy.
I see your eyes.
Atlas.
Do you hear him?
That's cool.
Yourself? Look, who is that, Atlas?
Can you...
He's like, I don't know. I'm just trying to.
I'm trying to catch you.
Okay.
I'm just trying to kiss you.
He licked in my mouth.
Hey,
Yeah.
he got tongue.
Yeah.
My wife, so our little dog is always climbing up on my wife's chest when she's laying down, and my wife yawns, and the little dog sticks his mouth in his snout in her mouth and stops her from yawning, and it's like, it's gross. He's like,
It's like, here's my chance.
I'm like, there you go. You let him get up on you like that.
They do it. That one, Atlas there, he's like, that's my wife's emotional support animal by accident. We didn't know he was going to be like he was. We had our other Catahoula, Heiser. He's about 1.5 years now. And after about 6 months of having him, we're like, we got to get another one of these dogs. And then Atlas was just completely different. Whereas Heiser's just very self-sufficient. When he wants to play, he'll come up to us and let us know he wants to play and shove his head in your crotch and all kinds of stuff. But Atlas has got to be like right next to somebody, on them, have his paw on you, like he's holding you or hugging you. Like when he's walking, he's got to have his head right beside us, and he actually trots while he's walking beside us like a horse. I'm like, this is too dang cute. Yeah, French kissing pup, exactly.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't say it's as nice of an experience.
No, I would not.
But heck yeah. I gotta take I'm opposite. I gotta take this tank down. It was my my quarantine, but
yeah,
right over. Oh, I've got my stuff mirrored. It's throwing me off. Right here over me.
Yeah.
The mollies that used to be in here are now in this one.
Over there. Okay. What are you going to do with the tank then?
Well, it's an ATO. It's a trigger ATO. So that's why after getting the BioCube, I was like, just in case I need to break this down, in case I do go with the salt water, I've already got it. So
yeah.
And it'll fit underneath. And if not, if I go fresh, I may just turn the ATO into a sump.
Okay. I really should get a sump for this 36 gallon.
Yeah. What do you run on it?
Do what?
What kind of filter do you run on it?
Just a one on the back. It's a.
Okay. I didn't know you could run hang on backs with salt.
Do what?
I didn't know you could run a hang on the back with salt.
Yeah.
That's cool. Huh. That's really cool. I didn't know that. Now I'm like, maybe it can be cheaper.
Yeah. If you go much bigger than this, then you want to go with the sump and everything else. But on a smaller tank, you can use it to hang over the back.
That's awesome.
It just doesn't take as much to run the small tanks as it does the big tanks.
Gotcha. So if you're running the hang on the back instead of a sump with heads on it, you would definitely want a skimmer on it.
You should. The 20 gallon, I'm not so worried about, but this 36 gallon, I mean, it's almost twice as big.
Yeah.
So I worry a little bit more about it.
That's really cool. That is really seriously, like my mind is just like, you could actually do this now.
Yeah, you can. See, this tank over here, the 20 gallon, is going to be like an enemy tank.
Oh, awesome.
It's still going to have the clowns in it. But this other one is just going to be mainly a reef tank with still a couple fish in it.
Okay, yeah, I see them down there. Somebody was saying earlier that there was no fish in that tank on the left, so I've been looking. I'm like, yeah, there is.
Yeah, it's Now I just forgot. A dragonet mandarin right there.
Cool.
When it comes out in the light, it's really pretty.
That's awesome.
And then there is actually one other fish in this 36 gallon. It's a little blue wrasse that we've only seen it once. He hides in the crevice of the back of the rocks and won't come out for nothing.
Is that mandarin fish? Is that a type of goby?
Yes.
Okay. I've seen one of those.
They're a little bit harder to take care of. You got to buy copepods to put in there.
I was looking them up.
Yeah. And you got to hope they want to eat the copepods.
Yeah.
Then some people say use frozen food. So I had to take him out of the 20 gallon, put him in this tank by himself, so I could hope he would eat the copepods, and the other fish hopefully would not eat the copepods.
Nice. Yeah, we've got
started.
Yeah, we've got an aquarium nearby, the Dallas World Aquarium.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if anybody comes to Dallas Aquashella, we should totally all go to the Dallas World Aquarium. They have a restaurant too. Just spend all the off time there. It's amazing. It's like walking into a jungle, but they have the mandarins. It looked just like that one, and I ended up getting one of those little tote bags you can carry, like a grocery sack that's got it on it. And some lady had to stop me and ask if I saw that particular fish while I was there. I was like, no, I didn't get a chance to see it. And they're like, oh, that's a shame. So she like drug us back. She's like, we're going to make sure you see this fish because they're really cool.
There's Joe.
Joe.
He's got himself muted.
Y'all mutes?
I do. Morning, gentlemen.
There you go.
There we go. Gigolo Joe, what do you know?
And he's dropping us for a while.
What are you doing, man? You're setting something up over there.
Digging in the sand.
Yeah. I've got some sand rinsed off. I'm going to try to replant some stem plants.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
I was mentioning to some people a day or two ago that all my stem plants, they keep floating up on me because the gravel's too coarse. And so this might be the solution. I'm hesitant because I use undergravel filter. I don't want the sand getting in that, but I'll give it a try.
I can't hear him, so I'm using the headset.
Yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't mess me up.
Oh, sorry. It's my sound up. Is it on my end? My screen's going up?
No, I can hear you now.
I'm turning mine up a little bit because mine was turned down, I think.
Yeah, I can definitely hear you now. My laptop doesn't have very good sound. That's all. So it was definitely probably my end.
Rock on. All right. I'm not standing real close to the mic, so I didn't know if maybe it was just me.
Oh, no. Yeah, now I can hear you
make a mess,
clear.
Isn't it?
Yes! That's how you know you're living life
so
right.
My plants always float up.
So what kind of stem plants are you putting in there?
So we'll see how. To be honest, I don't know what they are anymore. I got to pull them out. I think I got some type of Ludwigia. I think it's just a standard Ludwigia repens, but I also someplace in there I had some Scarlet Temple, and I've been wanting to get that one to grow out so I can propagate it. It's in high demand around here.
Oh, awesome! Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm a fan of Ludwigia and the.
We'll see what happens.
The other repens variety.
Ludwigia is currently my favorite.
Yeah, it's so easy to grow. Like right here behind my head, like this whole section right here, that's all that is Ludwigia, and like a bunch like this big.
Nice.
I love it.
I'm not real familiar with plants because I don't have fresh
I think
water.
I want
I'll show you.
to.
Excuse me.
Sure enough. There you go.
I had one stuck on the
Oh,
outlet for the overflow. So that's Ludwigia. And then on the underside of the leaves, if there's enough light, it'll turn like a reddish color, depending on what it is. Some of the regular repens will just stay green, but this is the red variety I think he was talking about.
There's a lovely plant that you won't miss in your salt tank, Tommy, right there.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Y'all are not going to let me not go salt, aren't you?
No. Once you go salt, you're gonna
You're doing
want
it.
to put everything salt. It's really pretty easy once you get it. Once your tank gets set, all you're mainly doing is adding RO water
Yeah.
because you don't need salt water again unless you do a water change. Just do your water tests, and as long as your water is good, you don't have any problems with it.
That's awesome.
You don't.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of issues with my fresh systems that I do. I have the tank that's right here above my head.
Yeah.
Is the only one that's kind of not like the others. Most all of my tanks, I do like the father fish method. If you've heard of that, similar to the Wallstead, very deep substrate. Like I make my own compost and then filter and sift that compost, put it down, and then cap it with about an inch to an inch or two of sand on top of it.
Oh wow.
So I really don't have to mess with my tanks a lot at all.
Good.
Like on some of them, all I have to do is just top them off. And then maybe once a month, I'm actually checking them. But I mean, they've been the same for so long. The only thing that's different is I've added more plants, which isn't going to crash the system. It's just going to make it better.
Hey,
So,
Tony.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Quiz Hunters is Tony.
Oh, I thought you said, hey, Tommy.
No.
Huh?
Oh, close.
Deer in the headlights.
You guys have those over there. We don't have too many deer down here.
Oh, God. Yeah, they're everywhere out here. My dogs chase them.
They can be in your freezer.
Oh,
Jess.
God, yeah.
Good morning, Jess.
Hi, Jess. Oh, her show's about to start, or it already has.
Oh. Jeez.
Let me see.
I think it's already started.
Morning, Jess.
Yeah, it's already started.
Yeah, I think it started 30 minutes ago. We're coming over, Jess, or I am. Yep.
How's she here and there at the same time?
I can.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I am, but
I'm at both places. Yeah.
that'll work.
No, I mean her. How's she able to focus on what she's doing and be here at the same time? She can do it all. Multitask supreme.
Yeah, multitask. There's no time that I'm not watching. Usually about 3 to 4 live streams at the same time.
Oh, wow.
I've always got open tabs. Right now I have probably 15, 16 open tabs on my computer.
I think I would crash mine if I had that many.
luckily I have a new computer, a big new box, a powerful one. Because
That's
my old
awesome.
one crashed, so I had to get a new computer. So I got a nice, powerful gaming computer, streaming computer.
Yeah.
It's got that nice big video card in it that can handle a lot.
That's nice. Yeah, mine's just a laptop for right now, but I'm wanting to build one. My daughter actually got the first PC in the house because we've just used our phone, and then I had like a 15-year-old laptop that was I don't know. It was like just post like the operating system right after Windows what was it? Windows XP.
95.
No, I wish if we were still on Windows 95 or Windows 98, I would be a genius on these things. After Windows 98, I stopped paying attention to computers. It's like I don't know this anymore.
I've got two old computers, two old laptops that I just haven't thrown away yet because they won't hardly run, but I just can't get rid of them yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, on some of those older ones, you can make them run.
Yeah. Looks good.
That looks very good.
We'll see.
What are you two dogs doing?
We don't have to.
I'm
We
still
see it
running
right
on
there.
Windows 7.
Joe, is that a wood trim tank that's behind you?
It's not real wood. It's plastic.
Yeah.
It's wood looking.
That's cool.
Yeah. I picked that off to go. That was actually no, it wasn't my first. It was the third tank that I got out of the bunch or whatever. But that one caused me a lot of trouble because the woman that sold it to me insisted that I take the fish with it, and I've been dealing with that since.
Oh no.
Yeah, I inherited a bunch of things that way.
Mm-hmm. Been
I
there.
just wanted to show up and throw the tank in the back of the car, and it turned out to be a big deal.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of those fish that people are like, oh, well, you've got to take the fish as well. I haven't had a lot of them make it. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I like those though, man, because that's like the tanks from the 80s and stuff. They all had like that wood facade trim on them and stuff like that. It was really cool in the 90s, late 80s, 90s.
Yeah, I remember those.
I'd love to like recreate one of those really, really old ones that have the metal frame. Do what, Joe?
From what I heard, the glass is thicker on them. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. When I look at it, I don't know what to compare it to, honestly. But yeah, but I was told that the ones from back in the day that the glass is thicker.
Yeah. That's really
Which,
cool.
I don't know if I need thicker glass as long as the seams hold up, right?
Yeah.
Depending on the size, yeah.
All right. Right.
I've got a really, really cheap tank. One of these, the glass is not even, the one at the very bottom down here that you can't really see. Stop being mirrored. That one down here.
Yeah.
It's super thin. That glass isn't even an eighth of an inch thick. I'm like, how is this even holding up? And then, of course, this tank right here has a half-inch thick glass on it. So I'm like,
wow.
I cracked one of my tanks.
I
haven't told anybody yet.
Down the stairs. Oh no.
Well, I left it outside during the freeze because I was stupid. I was doing like that deep substrate, so I'll set the substrate, set the sand cap, and instead of just putting tap water in it, I wanted to collect rainwater in it. Well, I collected the rainwater, and then we got a freak freeze overnight. So bye-bye tank. Smart on my part.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
My dogs are telling me that they want to go outside. I'll be back in just a minute.
You got it. We'll keep the ball rolling.
Very well. That's you. That's on you. I'm just hanging. Just hanging. Dad's got the wood trim tanks too, JB. That's cool. It's cool. Are they old or? I wonder if that's something that would ever make a comeback. Like for a while, I heard talking about like refinishing their basements with the old, that the wood grain paneling or whatnot. But I haven't seen that take off. I wonder if the wood trim tanks will make it.
My house is all wood. Instead of doing sheetrock, I went with the wood panel that looks like the tongue and groove and used it instead of the sheetrock. I really like it.
Okay.
Just paint it whatever color. I don't have to worry about the crap breaking. If the kid falls into it, they just bounce right back like a trampoline. But if it ever catches on fire, it's going to go up quick.
That's the exterior stuff, isn't it?
Do what? I couldn't hear you.
I think that's supposed to be exterior stuff, isn't it? I think that around here people use that for like their sheds and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, they're out there barking at the neighbors and having a good time in the yard now, so let them play.
Gosh, our neighbor dog is awful. Well, it's not awful. I'm not going to say that, and you'll understand why here in a second. It's one of a local town, probably about 20 miles away from here. The guy that lives there is a police officer, and it's his canine dog, his canine unit. But the whole property, they don't live on the property. It's just the dog. So
What?
for 75, yeah, I don't think that's right. But for 75% of the day, that dog's just over there crying and crying. Oh,
no.
somebody
Poor
come
thing.
play with me. I'm like, I wish I could, but I'd get shot.
Poor thing.
But
Joe, where'd you go?
uh-oh.
I still see him
Joe.
there.
It is. It was during the 80s and 90s. His largest tank was 300 gallons. That's awesome, JB.
Yeah. I'd love to have a 300-gallon tank.
Mm-hmm. That would broaden my horizons substantially.
Joe keeps leaving the stream.
He may be having internet issues. He was kind of going in and out there for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, check your private chat. That's why.
Oh, you didn't want it. Okay, I get it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. Dogs are just going crazy outside.
Mm-hmm.
Have a catfish in the large tank. That's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, if I had a 300-gallon, I'd probably go with some bigger fish. I don't know that I would go with bigger catfish because they get even bigger than what a 300 could hold.
Yeah, I think you should go with a big 300-gallon saltwater tank.
You're like, no fresh water for you.
No, you got enough fresh water. You need a giant saltwater tank.
You have built your last freshwater system, my friend.
Yes,
once you
get that first saltwater done, you're gonna be like, wow, and I gotta have more.
It's like that's the lethal injection that gets you.
Yes. You're already in with the fish, having fish tanks. Now you're just about to convert over to the salt water, and you're gonna wonder why you hadn't before. It's like I said, my dad. Well, we're from Missouri. It gets cold during the winter,
mm-hmm.
and I moved away from Missouri when I was young, down to Florida, and I kept trying to tell my dad. My mom got Alzheimer's disease when she was young, when she was 55, or somewhere around 52. And I kept trying to tell my dad to move to Florida, to the warm weather during the summer, and during the winter. And he just wouldn't do it. After my mom passed away, he moved to North Florida. And then he was like, I don't understand why I didn't do this to begin with. I told you. He goes, it gets chilly here in North Florida. We don't have any snow, any ice. We don't, so actually he moved across the border into Georgia, South Georgia, about 20 miles.
Yeah.
But still, no snow, little ice. No snow or ice, just little rain. It gets chilly, little frost once in a while. Doesn't last long. And he's like, I should have done this a long time ago. I tried to tell you. That's why I'm down here.
Yep. Yeah, I'm planning on it. I'd love to be in Florida as well, especially after the last few winters that we've had here. It's insane. We don't normally get snow, but we get Texas snow, which is really crappy freezing rain. You think it's snow when it's falling, but it's not.
You mind if I go get these dogs? They're barking their full heads off out there.
You got it.
But you see what Julie said, getting your first saltwater tank is like getting your first tattoo.
You just hope you don't make the wrong decision. There's my first tattoo. Was one of those cliche kids that went in like right at the right age, be like, I want a Chinese symbol on my arm. What's it mean? I don't know. I know what I think it means. What I hope it means. I think somebody told me at one point it was supposed to be honor is what it says, but then somebody told me I think that says butterfly. Be like, you know what? I'd be okay with that. It could be a lot worse than butterfly.
That's funny.
It's like this was some kind of sick joke the tattoo artist put on me. Yeah, it says honor.
Oh no, Ian, your phone won't charge.
Oh no. Ian, you probably either have something like down in the little charging slot.
In the chart, in the port.
Or that charging port is broken. And on a lot of phones, it can be replaced. And on some of them, it's really easy. Like I've replaced them on a couple of phones, and it was just a matter of like 2 tiny little screws. And then it's just like plug and play ribbon, like on your PC. And you just push the little new one back on and put 2 screws in, put your case back on, and that's it.
A lot of people don't know what a plug and play ribbon is on a computer, though.
They just know plug and play USB now.
Yeah. I've got a degree from the 90s in electronics and computer science that I don't use, but I used to build and sell computers.
Oh, yeah.
So I've tried to, my last one, before the one I've got right now, I replaced the motherboard, I replaced the video card, I replaced the processor, finally got it to work, and then it died again. I'm like, I'm not spending all this money again to get it to work again. I'm just buying a new one. Because it's costing me so much money to fix it.
Yeah. Yup, exactly. It can too. That last one that I replaced that little charger port on, I think it actually ended up only costing like $6 on Amazon. You just got to make sure you get the right one.
Yeah. IEEE for life.
Now that I'm unfamiliar with. I'm out of the joke on that one.
IEEEs were the worst. That's oh god, I don't know how many pins is on that. Steve would know, but that's that gray flat wire that they used to wrap inside your tower, Tommy. They're terrible.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotcha. Yep.
What are they? Are they
plug and play ribbon? I was just
it's that cable.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you're talking about? Gotcha. All right, I didn't know by that name.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know what the name of it was either. I was just speaking out my butthole. I should just get a new one. Well, there you go, Ian.
Yeah,
Yeah, if it's an older phone, get you some of that new tech that's out. New camera on it. If you don't run iPhone and you run Android and you want a cheap phone that works, I would highly suggest Nokia. Has
I've had Nokia before.
as many cameras as the newest iPhone has out, except this one only cost $150. The Nokia X100. I love it. I've always been Android, but I've had Samsungs my whole life and had issues with Samsung after Samsung after Samsung. And this Nokia has run harder and longer than any of my Samsungs that I've had.
Yeah.
Nokia, yep.
I've got a Samsung right now.
Asus for a while.
Over a year, yeah, outdated. Man, that's the downside too. It's like these things are only made to last for a year if you're lucky.
Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine. He does coding in Israel. He's been in school now for, oh my God, he keeps having to retake everything because every time it comes up to his finals, he's got to go in for the army. So, and they don't have any forgiveness. So if he misses his final, he's got to redo the year completely. So he's taken pretty much the same course for like 6-7 years straight now, but he's almost done with it now. But he was telling me that a lot of the updates they do, you have to watch because some of those updates are just aren't actual security patch updates. They're actually, he was like, no, some of those are slowing your phone down.
Yeah.
It's like, really? He's like, yep, that's why you got to buy a new one every year because they're just slowly slowing them down a little bit more and a little bit more.
Yeah, I've got the S22 Ultra also, Tony.
Oh,
heck yeah. I almost got that one.
Even when you buy a new one, they come with so much bloatware in it. They advertise that it's 30 gig or whatever, 64 gig, but you find out that 3/4 of it's already filled up.
Yeah, with the operating system that's in there and all of the useless apps that they have that are built into it.
Luckily, we can finance it for free through Verizon.
Yeah, there you go.
Making payments on it.
Yeah, I almost bought that S22, but it was between the S22 and the Nokia that I got and about $200 to $300 price difference. I think the S22 was like $499 or $599. And then this Nokia was on sale for like $149. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah, the battery life on this phone is better than the last couple I've had.
Yeah.
I really haven't used the S Pen on mine yet. I did it on my Note 9, but I haven't really on this one, even though I've got it.
I had one of the Notes for a while. That was cool. And then I got the first generation of like the curved screen that they came out with for Samsung. That lasted 1 week. We went to go play laser tag and I got too carried away with laser tag and started jumping and sliding down on my butt to get away from areas or to not get hit. And yeah, my phone was in my back pocket. So
crash.
I traded getting hit with a laser in a little toy vest over trashing a $600 phone. Things that make you question.
You coming on here?
Well, boy, did you get the shot off?
Yeah.
No, there wasn't even anybody there. There was somebody behind me, and there was like a little section where it dropped down. It was like 6 steps and then went back up 6 steps. So instead of taking the steps down, I was like, forget this. I'm going down on my butt so I don't get hit. So I went down on my butt and slid down the steps and like bounced up out of it. And then at that time, I was like, oh, crap. My phone was in my pocket. What did I just do? Yeah, I got it out. That thing was shattered, completely shattered. It's like, yeah, here, use this as a touch screen. It'll remove your
And then you
fingerprints.
stood up and the 9-year-old still shot you.
Yeah, yep, exactly. I was out right after that.
No worries, Ian. I forgot your phone wasn't charged.
Is it actually charging now? Did you get your eyebrow in the right position? That's awesome. Well, it's almost 10 here, and my kids like to sleep in. No, they've been sick the last few days. All that nasal crap, like what Skipper was having.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Mr.
So,
Coy.
What's happening, Cupcake? But I gotta go inside, check on them, and get them their breakfast and stuff going. I've been letting them sleep in since they're sick. One of the many advantages of homeschool.
Anyway. Yeah. I've been on here for a couple hours anyway.
That's good. That's good.
So,
I love running those long streams like that.
Yeah. When I run music, I usually run it for 4 hours, but when I'm talking, no.
Yeah. I know
it's
a lot of
hard
people
for me to find something to talk about for an hour.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It is. That's why having people come up really helps out.
That's why. Yep. Exactly. That's why having people on here helps. So.
But yeah, I'm gonna bounce off of here. I appreciate you letting me come up.
I appreciate it. When's your next live? Do you have one scheduled or plan on?
I don't have one scheduled yet, but it's probably gonna be tomorrow. I'm slow with my scheduling. Like, I just learned that I can actually schedule the things on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, and I can't build anything from my laptop yet. I'm still doing most everything from my phone because all of my pictures, video, content, everything is on here. I don't have anything on the laptop yet.
Yeah.
So I've just been using it just for streaming for the moment. But,
yeah, I don't actually put one up, put one up. I just run one every morning.
There you go. Yeah, I'll try to do like a 15 or 30-minute warning or something like that it's going to happen. But normally it's my streams are Tuesday or Wednesday, midday after lunch, whichever one's open. Because some people, like if they're off work, they'll want to hit that midday slot because it's the most dead time of the week. So if somebody else is up, then I'll go the next day or whatever when I can. So I can't really set in a time yet with all the craziness that's happening, or else I'd be on the Fish Fam calendar. I don't know why I do that.
Yeah.
It looks, especially with missing a finger, it's like, is that a dying insect? It's the predator.
Nanny.
Yeah.
More committee.
Love some Robin Williams.
Oh yeah, miss him.
Yeah, I was about to say I miss that man. That was comedic genius. That was
pretty tragic when he left like that. That was way too early.
Oh yeah.
That just shows you people have problems that nobody knows about.
Everybody does. Everybody has problems. Everybody has their own story as well. So I mean, if we could all be as open to that kind of understanding that, hey, I've got problems, so does this person too.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot easier.
If people only knew, they would be more understanding.
Yeah. Yeah, Ian. There you go. Yeah, see, my thumb and my pinky work pretty good, but yeah, the saw went across. I don't know if you can see the scar line starting here and then going across here, and then up here.
Is it a table saw?
Yeah. Yeah. It actually hit 3 times. I was cutting at an angle. I was making a speaker box, and instead of like cutting straight on, I was cutting at a triangle angle and hit a knot. Yeah. And that's not why it happened. I mean, the reason that it happened was it was an old table saw, and I was only 16 thinking that it didn't matter that the blade was doing this.
Have you seen that new table saw that can detect and won't cut your finger? That's awesome.
I want to get one. It'd be the only table saw that my wife would let me buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes all the way down. They had to use parts of my whole
wow.
arm to like rebuild it.
Rebuild everything.
Even was
Wow.
saying now that's a scar, but yeah, this finger I can stretch out almost, but this one is stuck. That's straight up scar tissue. Wow. But it's a perfect 90-degree angle. So like if I need to measure something out, like while I'm building something, I can just stick my knuckle there and be like, yep, that's a 90.
That's funny. I'm glad you can laugh at that. At this.
Oh man.
You know,
yeah.
if you can't laugh at your problems, you'll be miserable.
Yep.
And I know
I was laughing about it the moment that it happened.
I've got my issues, and I've learned to laugh, because if not, I'd be the most miserable person in the world.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
if I told you some of the things that happened, you'd wonder why I'm laughing right now.
Yeah.
You know, I was lucky I wasn't killed a couple times actually when I was in the military.
Well, we are thankful and glad that you're still here with us, man.
Oh, thank you. So, well, I went from 17 to 12 in the chat room, people popping in and out. I'm going to end this stream, and I appreciate Joe and Tommy. I appreciate you guys coming on. Ian, we'll hit this up again sometime soon. And you guys have a wonderful day.
You too, man.
Thanks. Take care. Bye, everyone.
See you, Joe.
All right.
See you, Steve.
Thanks for letting me hang out, Joe.